Well, if the question is, how do I create a territory map, looking at Map Business Online will give you the answer. You can see I've got a state-based territory map here, and I can turn on multiple data layers, turning them off and on. But I can also build territories really easily from scratch. So I've got the ability to quickly use my Create Territories button and go out and grab a data set that might represent a number of territories, and I'm getting an Excel spreadsheet here, a number of territories in my particular region of interest, and in this case, we're going to do it based on zip codes. You'll see zip codes populate here because they're labeled neatly, and I've got territory name in the function as well. That's all I need for a zip code map, and I get out and I create territories by name and zip code, confirming that. Because I've got zip codes in my map and data tab, that layer will populate automatically as I bring in those territories. So there's 3 territories created immediately, and I can do some editing now to make sure my territories are transparent, to make sure I show overlap, to go into the zip code layer, edit it a little bit so that I can see through that to the background map. I can also click that little data window and grab my zip code based territories and change their color. So I've got a green Boston layer here. I'm going to change that to orange to differentiate it better. When I do that, I've selected my Boston territory layer, and I can go in and click more data and actually edit out some of the things that Map Business Online thinks are important, and instead bring in data that perhaps you think is important, which could include data that I've imported, as well as demographic data that you can see listed here, with a whole variety now of census data information. Once that's done, now all of the territories are going to include this data layer, this data analysis piece in any of the territories that you create. You can export that file right there. Then you can create more territories by grabbing a polygon search tool and simply selecting a group of zip codes really quickly, naming that layer, and then the data window will pop up with all that information ready to export. Again, you can change that color. I think that color, that particular color, is too close to some of the other colors I've got there, so I'd go back and maybe make it blue. And you'll notice there's a little red area, and that red area is the overlap. We set on the overlap, so I'm going to hold down my shift key after I've selected a zip code, and I'm going to address it, and I'm going to remove it from the other territory, whichever one you decide. So that's a way to edit territories. It's also another way that you could create a territory. So you can go in and grab zip codes holding down that shift key until you've got all the ones you want. Again, name that territory. There's another territory. In that case, I'll make it bright green. And you've got the ability now to actually go in and use a drive time polygon as well. So drive time polygon set anywhere on the map could be set to reflect an area of a 60-minute drive time in all directions. And then again, you can use that as a way to query the zip codes and create another territory. These are all ways to quickly create a territory in Map Business Online, export data analysis that might be associated with that territory, bring drive time polygons into the analysis, change colors on virtually any of the territories or even the background zip code layer. Whatever it takes to make your business map work for your particular need, that information is there. You've even got the ability to append the labels. So if I went in by a zip code and I wanted to take the territory label and format it, I go to territory label and I can bring in information that I've imported. I can also bring in demographic data. And sometimes having a visible demographic component will have some level of meaning to your audience. So you've got all sorts of tools at your disposal here at Map Business Online for creating territories. Go to Map Business Online and take our free trial. Thank you.